Another day, another situation within the Fortnite community, because this time it is about Fortnite Festival. The account for Fortnite Festival tweeted some questionable things about how they're going to be moving forward with jam tracks. We're going to be walking through that with you today. We're going to give my thoughts, and as always, we're going to take a look at a bunch of replies over from myself, the Fortnite Festival themselves, and the Explore page to kind of get a gauge on how people are feeling about this. And pack in for this one, guys, because a lot of people had a lot to say. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. Guys, let me bring you through what Fortnite Festival had to say initially, starting with this at the top of the thread over here. Apologies if you can hear my notification. It's PBJ, this guy, okay? Variety is the spice of life in our set list. We are taking a new, more curated approach to both our main stage featured rotation and jam tracks in the shop, and we continue on with a few posts. I'm just going to fire them off, okay? We've recently expanded the featured rotation, and there are now 40 regular updated jam tracks available to play every day on the main stage. Explore new genres and artists as we spotlight new jam tracks each week. You just might find your new favorite song. As we work to improve the overall user experience with jam tracks in the shop, we've reduced the amount of available tracks in favor of a more curated approach. The shop will now display a hand-picked list of jams, bangers, and bobs, with new jam tracks dropping in every week. And while we've historically released new jam tracks every Thursday, we are experimenting with a more flexible release schedule these days. That caused some confusion this week, and that's our bad. We'll be clear moving forward on which jam tracks are releasing and when. We'll keep making tweaks and adjustments with the jam tracks as the music library in Fortnite continues to grow. We're always also exploring new ways for you to use the tracks you already own. We appreciate all the feedback so far. Keep it coming. Now, obviously, a lot of people have been quite upset with this. Fortnite is now going to be picking out, at least for, I would imagine, the time being, they're going to be hand picking out tracks to come to the shop every week instead of kind of like, I actually don't know if they've always had them all available. I just know like the music section was massive. No, they said they had 40, didn't they? Regardless, it doesn't matter. There was always like a great big chunk of music tracks available for you. Why are they changing this? If I had to guess, this is just ballparking the idea, guys. If I had to guess, it's because jam tracks are not selling as well as they hoped they would, which was a little bit shocking to me because, like, I don't know what else it could possibly be. They want to make more money with these jam tracks, so they're going to introduce the here, get ready, because this is a triggering word for a lot of the Fortnite community. Fear of missing out. FOMO is the word that is probably making you comment down below right now. And to be honest, I understand why everybody hates fear of missing out. I never understood it like the big deal that it is. So what? Epic Games wants to make money. So what? They make stuff rare in the shop. I actually kind of like it when the skins like come back every once in a while. Like I understand the comments you're gonna give me. I get it, and I'm not saying you're wrong for hating fear of missing out, okay? I just don't think it's like this big, huge, toxic thing that the evil company does, you know? But again, I get it, okay? Before you comment down below, I get it, I understand, you're not wrong. But my question with this is, and I would imagine Epic Games knows better than we do, especially when it comes to making money in the item shop, will fear of missing out work with jam tracks? I would imagine like it would work, but not nearly as well as skins. Is it really like that big of a difference that they have to piss off the Fortnite community by doing this? Like, I kind of liked the way that it was with all the jam tracks in the shop and just having a ton of them in at the same time, not having rare jam tracks. They'd have to do something though, because I would imagine that they're not selling nearly as many as they want to be. I don't know about you guys. For me personally, I only buy jam tracks when I like really like this song. Like, I have probably a handful of jam tracks since the beginning, since it came out in chapter 5. I rarely buy jam tracks. Honestly, I think that they're too expensive at 500 V-Bucks, but I know that Epic Games needs to make their money. It's just like, if I'm going to go buy a bunch of music, in which I typically only use in Battle Royale, I don't even use them for my lobby music. I don't know. I just like using Fortnite music, to be honest with you, in the lobby. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I like how they've been introducing in the victory stuff, that it's not coming to me, what they actually call them, but you know, like the, you can play it when you jump off the battle bus, you can play it once you win a game. I'm having a huge blank on what that is in the locker, but I like that they're having more ways to integrate into Battle Royale. I use the jam tracks in Battle Royale, but not even that much. So I don't personally buy a lot of jam tracks, and I would imagine a lot of people also do not buy a lot of jam tracks, because that can stack up real quick. Like, the amount of V-Bucks that you spend just for one song, I think it's too much, but also, like, I understand that Epic Games, they have expenses, and they also need to make money off of these, so I don't know. If it were up to me, I'd probably buy a lot more jam tracks if they were like 200 V-Bucks. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't see the fix for it. But obviously, Epic Games thinks that this is the way to move forward. They're probably going to start introducing fear of missing out and just make a bunch of jam tracks rare. And it's like, hey, this is only going to be in the shop for so long at this time. And I I don't mind it when like they do that for Fortnite skins, because I miss like looking forward to the shops when they weren't that big. But now it doesn't even matter because I don't care about the shop that it's so big. I miss the days of the old item shop, and I'm not one of those guys where it's like, yeah, chapter 1 was so much better. I miss OG Fortnite. I do miss the old shops. That's something that I always like, the small shops. But again, Epic Games needs to make their money. I just think it's weird with Jam Tracks, but I also acknowledge that they probably know more than me and you when it comes to making money in the item shop. That's just my guess as to why they are doing this, because other than that, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But I know it is also nice to see some communication from the Fortnite Festival team. I wasn't aware that this is something that people were talking about, but you know what? At least Epic Games is being transparent with that, and I think it's important to, if you have an issue with this, not harass any devs. So far, we've been doing a good job doing so, but of course, guys, it's not always about what I think. I wanted to take a look at the not only the replies to Fortnite Festival, replies to myself, and this did hit the Explore page, so we have a ton of opinions to take a look at today. I ended up posting this over on X. Thoughts on this thread, I will be touching on it in a video. Reply and I will include some. Thank you to everybody who did join the conversation. Thank you very, very much. If you want to join the conversation, follow me at Clen YouTube, or check out the link at the top of the description within the link tree, or you can find the direct link over to X also in the description down below, or just search up Clen YouTube over on X. Follow me. Either way, we have conversations like this all the time, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe if you are enjoying the video so much, and comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's get into it with Straw Desert HD. I want to know if this is due to licensing issues. If it is, that makes more sense. If not, they should have never touched it. The current business model worked perfectly fine. It allowed for consistent gameplay and a good market. Yeah, I don't know like what they would change about it. Like with licensing issues, you would think that they would have run into an issue like that already, because like, hey, we don't want this to always be in the shop. Like, I mean, I get it for particular music, but I would imagine that would be like one of the, yeah, I can see Epic Games. Let's say that like they can make that one of the rules if songs are coming into Fortnite, but I would imagine that there's some artists that they want to get in there. I don't know. I have trouble seeing it being licensing issues, but you know what? It's always a possibility. Let's continue on to the Agent Shadow. I don't think anyone complained about having all the tracks available in the shop, so why change it? Yeah, if anybody could comment down below and please correct me if were all the jam tracks always available in the shop. I just never paid attention. I just paid attention to what's new, and then if there was a song that I liked, like, I think the only one that I was actually looking forward to was Hail to the King. I like Avenged Sevenfold personally, so I was waiting for that song to come out, and then I knew, like, new jam tracks every Thursday, okay? So I just had my eye on that one. I've never actually scrolled through all the jam track sections, so if somebody could comment down below and let me know, I would really appreciate that. But yeah, nobody complained about the way that it was. We had the general complaints about the way that the item shop is structured, and we had the general complaints about how big the shops are, but not about the Fortnite Festival section, to be honest with you. There were a couple replies to that I found interesting, so we're going to continue on with that. Superior Evergreen also replied and said this: so they can make more money, duh. Why else do you think they even made the metaverse modes? They'd arguably make a lot less by not having them all in at the same time. They do fear missing out all over the shop, and it works for them. Yeah, I just don't know how much, like I said, it'll end up working for jam tracks. I know that it will work for particular people, and like, let's say Paramore. At the time of recording this video, I think Paramore's in the shop right now. It's like mega fans of Paramore waiting for that to come back. Yeah, you know what? They'll be checking the jam tracks more often. They might end up buying some, and when it does come back, they'll be like, buy, but I just don't see a ton of amount of people doing it. But then I'm sitting back and thinking, okay, think about all of the horribly ugly skins that would get no time of day regularly, but all of a sudden it's gone for like 2,000 days. It comes back and then people eat it up. I would imagine they make more money with fear of missing out. Well, they do. I meant specifically for the jam tracks. I just don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. Regardless, let's continue on to what Turns had to say. Nice way of saying jam tracks won't be released as much in the game, and the game mode is dying. Okay, I get that, like the first part. Yeah, you know what? It is a wordy way of saying jam tracks won't be released as much. That's probably the way they're going to go. But the game mode is not dying. I believe people jump to that conclusion way too much. It's just not getting nearly as enough traction as Battle Royale, and understandably so. I believe with time, this mode is only going to get bigger and bigger as you get more people from the rhythm scene coming over. Again, I'm talking like years, as I typically do with this channel. I just think we jump to the game mode is dying thing real quick. Let's continue on to what Queen Darky had to say. I think the jam tracks aren't selling enough and aren't profitable enough, which was bound to happen because having so many jam tracks at 500 when the price of other items is already huge means that consumers have to choose wisely. Yeah, very well said. I can't see a lot of people spending a ton of money over on jam tracks. I know that there's definitely people who do, but not nearly as many to like have any sort of dent at Epic Games. Let's continue on XGamer360. Personally, I'm okay with the chances because it probably means we will get more emote bundles that happen to include jam tracks. Jam tracks on their own that aren't made by an A-list artist or band just don't sell well. Adding fear of missing out isn't really a bad thing from my point of view. It just means that you can now just plan out which jam tracks you really want. Also, with Coachella coming soon, they probably will have a big drop of jam tracks. Travis Scott has 5 songs being considered for Fortnite Festival at the moment, which is the most for any artist, and he will be at Coachella. The reason why I'm mentioning that is because it could be the last big drop for jam tracks in general, besides when a new Fortnite Festival season starts. Also, the emotes that are in these new emote form and jam tracks are really good, so having them bundled with the songs as jam tracks bundled with them is like a dream come true for me. Only problem is, besides Sabrina, every emote bundle has been limited time, although not explicitly stated to be, but if you look at the dates of the astronaut in the ocean, you get what I mean. That's interesting. I didn't know that these emote bundles have never come back, but then again, like, I don't personally think that's a big deal. I'm with XGamer on this. I don't think that fear of missing out really is a big deal, and I haven't been paying too much attention to all of the emote bundles and what they've been doing. I know what he's talking about, but is it really like, is it a big bang for your buck? I wish that I paid more attention. I can't really comment on that in general, but it's possible that he could be completely correct over here with the other stuff that he was saying. Yeah, that one, I would love to know what you think about it, to be honest with you, because there's definitely some truth to that, and I just need to pay more attention to the what they've been putting in the item shop with the jam track and emote bundles. It's just something that I personally don't pay too much attention to, okay? Before we get into what Emmanuel said, sorry about that, guys. I forgot to mention that I am a very, very casual Fortnite Festival player. I just play it every once in a while, and I play like probably 1 round, maybe 2. Not often, but I do enjoy Fortnite Festival, okay? I'm not just sitting here as a Battle Royale reload player just talking about Fortnite Festival. I do play Fortnite Festival, okay? Let's get into what Emmanuel had to say. Sorry about that. It sucks that they're doing all of these changes. The slower release of jam tracks will surely hurt the mode if they don't revert it. The only possible reason as to why they're doing this change is maybe because jam tracks aren't selling too well in this period. It'd be cool, kind of cool if Epic Games actually like was open about the reasoning for stuff, so we're not sitting here like wondering, hey, why is this change happening that a bunch of people wouldn't like? But I know that that's probably hoping and wishing for too much. But guys, like I said, we still have a massive video for you today. Let me stop you for just a second. As you might know, I have been advertising my supporter creator code in these videos, and you guys have been helping me out with so much by that. I have been grinding on YouTube as hard as I possibly can in order to give my wife and child and the future children that I have the life that my father awarded to me. I want to be the sole provider. I want to take care of them, have them live the best life in the entire world. So I have been advertising this code. If you do not have any code that you are currently using in the item shop, I ask that you consider please using my code Clen. It is helping me out more than you'll ever know. You guys have saved the day on multiple occasions now, so thank you very, very much. It means a ton to me, guys. Let's continue on with all of the posts over here. Tiger had this to say: why must y'all always change stuff that had 0 issues or problems? Please revert all the changes you just mentioned. That's the Epic Games way, eh? Like, dude, there is so much, and I feel like I say this in a lot of videos. There is so much that I love that Epic Games does. There is so much that they do right, and there is so many updates and hard work and like great things that come from Fortnite and Epic Games. But they also have this history of just like touching and tweaking stuff that just nobody complained about, nobody had any issues with. And it's not only like, okay, we're gonna change this, and it's like, you know what, not a big deal, just a small change, slight inconvenience. Sometimes it's like, oh, so we all hate this. It's funny to me how that works from Epic Games, okay? Fear of missing out has no place in a rhythm game. Sorry, Jason Paradise had that to say. Beyond disappointing. Yeah, I know that people would say that for like any game, but I'm not aware of any rhythm game that has the fear of missing out practice. But again, like, guys, I don't see it as like the big evil company just wanting to suck the life out of us. You know what? It's something that they're doing. I don't care. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way. I feel like I'm alone in that, but let's continue on, okay? But I understand, again, I understand why people don't like it, okay? Devin had this to say: yeah, this is a horrible decision. Every jam track should be available in the shop with a search bar. Ton of jam tracks for free or on rotation is great, but nobody wants a small selection for purchase each day. That will kill Festival quick. Again, we're jumping a little bit too deep into the idea of killing Festival. This will not kill Fortnite Festival. I think that as long as they keep releasing new songs and they just don't like completely like, you know, drop the ball and just leave it kind of like what they did with Rocket Racing, Festival will be just fine. But I don't know. I don't care about the small selection. Like, if it's like that, it's like that. But maybe it's because I'm not like a hardcore Festival player. I just think that the tracks are too expensive, and I would imagine that most people feel the same way about that. Let's continue on to Baron of Zealand. What's wrong with just making it like a Rock Band store and giving us the opportunity to buy every song? We're going backwards with this. Yeah, again, as far as I'm aware, like every rhythm game, kind of just whatever music's available, they make it pretty easy for everybody to get. But Epic Games does things differently to everybody else, and I would imagine Epic Games is going to profit a lot more. Snow Nuke had this to say: it's dumb. You're taking gameplay and heavily limiting it from hundreds of jam tracks to now just 40 or less. Take a look at other rhythm games and you'll notice that none of them work like this. They're always available for purchase because it's a core gameplay and benefits nobody. I mean, it benefits Epic Games. It depends how you want to look at that, but I understand. Again, I know that I'm laughing at the idea of people hating fear of missing out and like just, hey, we're going to only like release this jam track for a limited amount of time if that's what they're going to end up doing. I know I'm laughing at that idea. I personally just don't think it's a big deal. I know I've said that way too many times, but you guys are totally justified, especially hardcore Fortnite Festival players. You're totally justified for hating that idea and wanting it completely reverted. I just want to make that clear, okay? Let's continue on to what Anger had to say. This isn't a good thing. Stop acting like this is a quality of life change. Taking songs out of rotation is just a dumb business move. No one will care about rare jam tracks, so your business model you have built around bringing them back items that haven't been back in a while will not work here. Leave every track in rotation unless you have a problem with the contract or an artist being canceled. Do better. Yeah, I have a tough time just looking at Epic Games and saying, you know what, this is a dumb business move, because they probably know way more than we do about what works in the Fortnite item shop. But I understand, because I also agree with Anger in the sense, like, does anybody really care about jam tracks not coming back? I definitely question this as a business move, but I also sit down and go, okay, you know, maybe they do know more than I do, especially the people who run the item shop. They've been doing this since 2018, and they've been doing it they've been doing it successfully for quite some time now. And you know what? Perhaps this is a test run. Maybe they think they can make more money. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I get that, but we are all free to question, right? We're all free to question Epic Games. It's not like we can't give our opinions about anything. Planarium had this to say: I wonder why it's being changed now. My guess is that jam tracks aren't selling that well after adding more uses for jam tracks, so more people had a reason to buy them. Epic just reverted back to fear of missing out to see if that causes a jam track sale increase. This I agree with. Yeah, I would imagine that they're just looking to have a profit increase over there, because again, they are expensive. Who's buying a ton of jam tracks? Very few people. I completely agree with this. That seems to be what Epic Games is doing, and who knows if it'll work. Comment down below if you think it's going to work, by the way, because I would imagine it's going to work just a little bit. They're not going to see anything like significantly different. Okay, but guys, let me stop you one more time, because again, we have so many replies to still take a look at. But just another last pause of the video, guys. As you might know, I am your guy with too many YouTube channels. We make content daily on our other channels as well. If you're interested, check out the link tree, or again, the direct links in the description down below to this video. We have Clenbat, where we talk about UFC, MMA, martial arts content. We have Clenema, where we talk about movies, TV show, and anime show reviews, and just anything about to do with movies in general. We have Clenday, which you guys are amazing. I've been seeing the bleed over to that channel. Finally got it monetized. You guys have no idea how happy I am about that. Thank you very much for your support over there. Variety content, anything that's trending, we will talk about that. And finally, we have ClenClipsDaily, where we post stream clips and funny moments from offline streams. If you're interested in checking out any of that, I would love you for doing so. But of course, whatever you choose to watch, even if it's just this channel, your time is very valuable. I thank you for being here, guys. Let's continue on to Corey968. Epic don't seem to understand how bad fear of missing out is on rhythm games. It's the main reason festivals succeeded so far is because of how easily accessible songs are and how many available are for free per day in rotation. I don't know if that's a reason that it's been successful so far. I don't know. I don't know if it's, at least if it is bad, I don't understand how it is bad on rhythm games specifically. I understand the general argument between fear of missing out, but why, if anybody comment down below, like, I'm actually looking to learn on this idea. I didn't know if there's anything different about rhythm games. Is there a difference between just the general fear of missing out, what Epic Games does in the item shop? Is there something different about rhythm games? I don't personally see it. And I don't know if that was a reason why Fortnite Festival has been successful so far. I would imagine that they've just done a good job with the mode. But again, I'm open to being proven wrong on that, so comment down below, okay? iTalk had this to say: I feel bad for the devs of this mode because they really seem to believe in this, and they are putting their absolute soul into making this. Very, very backwards thinking here, and I do as well. I hear this a lot. Now, I have no contact with Epic Games. I have no, like, connection towards anybody from Epic Games, but I do talk to a lot of people who do have connections with Epic Games, and they've said the same types of things that iTalk has said. Apparently the devs for this really believe in their vision, really love their work over here. And just from what we've seen in general, guys, like we don't even need a contact from Epic Games. Like the devs really care about this game. And I do feel bad for the devs too, because if the devs don't like this and they're forced to work on it, that sucks. And that's why it's also important for this Fortnite community, which we've been doing a lot better recently. It's very important for anybody to just not go and attack on any devs and just, you know, harass them. You know what's been happening in the past, right? They don't deserve that. They're just doing what they're told, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Jemmy had this to say: they probably lost a chunk of their funding from Epic with the new modes coming and underperforming numbers and jam track sales, hoping they don't die out like racing. That's a very interesting take. I never even thought about that. They probably lost a chunk of their funding. What if it is a funding issue? That actually didn't occur to me. I think that's actually possible. Yeah, very good point. I didn't consider that. Let's continue on, guys. I'm glad we came across that comment, okay? Danny Rockwell had this to say: I appreciate this account being slightly more transparent, but I'm incredibly disappointed in the route you've taken. Fear of missing out has absolutely no place in 5 Fret, and I'm sorry guys, I apologize, I don't know what 5 Fret is, but I would imagine, you know, Fortnite Festival. The buy now or you're gonna miss it approach is what killed GH Live back, or Guitar Hero Live back in the day with their exclusive events. I don't know anything about that. Again, if anybody could shed some light in the comments, I would appreciate that. I didn't know that they ended up doing that. I was under the impression that any rhythm game actually did not do what Epic Games is doing right now. Again, I don't see the big deal. I don't, you know, would it be better if all the jam tracks were available for everybody to buy at all points? Yeah, absolutely. But I just don't think this is like worrying for Festival. I think that Fortnite Festival is just going to succeed regardless, okay? Joey Enjoyer had this to say: this is awful. I've been considering canceling my crew subscription, and this is the straw to break the camel's back. No reason to get monthly V-Bucks if there's no guarantee what song will be in the shop when I get them. Revert this mode or it honestly might die again. I think we're jumping way too far with the dying approach, but yeah, if a lot of Festival fans, you know what, and this is the best way to go about it, guys. If you are unhappy with things within Fortnite, vote with your wallet. Don't buy any jam tracks, and don't get me wrong, you can engage within conversations on Twitter, but a lot of people just post things like hoping to make like some big change, right? They make these giant threads. Epic Games probably doesn't read them, but the best way to talk and what will absolutely work is to vote with your wallet. If you're part of the Fortnite crew and you're not a fan of what Epic Games is doing, cancel your subscription. If you are a Fortnite Festival enjoyer and don't like what they're doing, don't buy any jam tracks. The market and Epic Games will forever adjust if enough people are actually doing that. But the problem is a lot of people have issues with the game, and this has been a thing for a long time with the item shop. A lot of people have so many issues with the way that Epic Games does things, but they still spend V-Bucks. They still buy things. That shows Epic Games that there's nothing necessarily wrong with what they're doing, and they're just going to profit from it. So I love that somebody, and I mean, it sucks for somebody like Joey. Like, I want everybody to enjoy the game, and I do support Epic Games. It sucks that somebody is in that scenario, but I really like that somebody is actually going to vote with their wallet. It's nice to see. It's a fresh of breath air, and I think it was the instruments that weren't selling and the price adjusted. It will always adjust if enough people are voting with their wallet. Let's continue on to what Big TY had to say. I'm pretty sure all the devs are just as mad as we are, but can't say crap. This might just be the reason they gave us flames for free, and it's so bad because this is easily the best festival season we've had, but now they just had to mess it all up. It's true in the sense where these devs probably can't say anything. Plus, think about it, right? Like, if you were working anywhere and you're probably not allowed to just go and badmouth your job. You know, again, just very important that we still respect the people behind working on Fortnite. We know that they care about this a lot. Let's continue on to what Evan Sane had to say. I'll be transparent, Fortnite Festival seems to have become a major afterthought for Epic. This game was supposed to be what revived the rhythm gaming scene, and that's what we're also passionate about. The potential is there, and it isn't being met. I just personally think it's going to be one of those things that takes years down the road. We still need to get everybody from the rhythm community coming over to Fortnite. Hey, why are you going to leave what you are already playing and play something new? We need a reason for that, and we need some long-term success with this. This game is still in its infancy. Not Fortnite, I'm talking about Fortnite Festival. I don't know if it's been an afterthought from Epic. That's a toughie. It's always possible, right? It's always possible, but I still have faith in it. No matter what, I think that it will succeed, and I trust Epic Games to succeed in their vision, okay? Let's continue on to RTC and what they had to say. Like I said before, have a custom radio that plays our locker jam tracks. Why isn't this a thing? I've seen this suggested before, and I completely agree with it. This would actually probably make me buy more lobby jam tracks because we spend a lot of times in a lot of cars. I personally don't really like the stations that the cars play. Like, it's cool that we have stations, but from a station with just songs that I've purchased and songs that I really like and playing through my favorites, that would absolutely make me buy more jam tracks. If I want to listen to something while I'm in a car, yes, I would absolutely spend more money. And I would imagine that would actually work for a lot of people too. So what Epic Games needs to work on is more ways of integrating it into their main mode while not sacrificing any updates for Festival, guys. There's a lot to talk about with this, and I cannot wait to start reading your comments down below about this. Please, please, please let me know what you think. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Why don't you check out this video on screen right now? YouTube thinks you'll like this video the best. If you want to watch a channel, if you want to keep watching about Fortnite, check it out, guys. I would love to have you over there. Thank you for watching. Take care.